Okay, y'all, thank you so much for jumping on tonight. Like, I'm super excited to be getting about 25, 30 minutes of your time. And I just muted everybody, but I'm totally happy to answer questions you post in the chat afterwards or during. If you think of something, just throw it in the chat real quick and I promise I will try to get to it. But if I don't get to everybody at the end, definitely reach out to the person who invited you. So to introduce myself, my name is Ashley Garcia. I'm a fashion designer, a stay-at-home mom, and a Navy wife. And as a top earner at the silver rank in this company, I'm leading a large organization and have helped develop multiple leaders in this industry. It's happening as we speak. And I'm just so grateful that my team has hit 6 ranks in this company in less than 8 months. So it's like really great to talk to you guys today. I've truly been so blessed to see so many people on our team flying up the ranks in such a short period of time, even faster than I was able to. And so I can't wait to see where this journey takes you guys as you explore if these products or this opportunity is a good fit for you. Y'all, we're on fire and it's so exciting. I'm so passionate about this. If you're considering jumping into something that's really, really fast moving with a ton of momentum and a ton of fun, then this team truly is where it's at right now. So I know some of you are here to hear about the products and our business.
Get it.
And so
yes, you got it, babe.
whichever you're here for, that's totally fine. I definitely will get to both. But first,
okay. Good job, y'all. Good job.
Everybody real quick.
Good job. Good job.
I love the encouragement. But first, I'm just going to give you guys the short version of my story and how I got here and how I got into this industry and a little bit about our products, the new stuff that we just came out with over the weekend in Utah. I just came back from there. It was an amazing trip and we have the most amazing products in the line currently, and what we continue to come out with is just mind-blowing. So I'm going to tell you what we offer and then talk a little bit about the business. So it's not going to be a super long call. But like I said, if you have questions, make sure that you reach out to the person who invited you so we can get those answered for you and you can continue your conversation. So I started with Q about a year ago. I absolutely love this company. It's quickly become our home. And what it has done for my family is just incredible. And how I got started in this industry is my husband and I have been married for actually 13 years now. He's in the military, and so I'm a Navy wife. But I've also always been interested in bringing in multiple streams of income. The women in my family actually have a history in the fashion industry. And so naturally I went that direction during college. I got a degree in fashion design and ended up working in New York City and Boston. And I was very much a behind the scenes person. I didn't want to be in the spotlight. I didn't want to speak in front of people, but I had to learn how to get out in front and wear multiple hats and even learn how to sell myself as part of the branding of my line. So I had my own fashion line and was in about 26 stores, but I chose to give it up when we received orders overseas to Italy. And while in Italy, my husband learned that he was pre-diabetic. So we began to look for a natural way to address that health issue. And I had never worked in direct sales before, but I knew I wanted a way to bring in more income for our family. So I got really curious and I started organically sharing the products that we found for him while we were there. And it became kind of this accidental business. So when I started making full-time income from my phone, and it didn't matter the country or the time zone or the network I was in, I was bringing in money. So I knew that network marketing was the real deal. And I was making around $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And so for us, it was a huge deal. And I was just like, what is this? I'm in my sweatpants all the way across the world. And I was just totally bought into what it could be. It was amazing. So I decided then and there that I was going to make it to the top. I loved working that way and I saw the vision. And so I did whatever it took. You know, I made it to a pretty high rank. I earned all the trips. I was paid many times through swag and towels and backpacks. I mean, I even won a few iPads. But after a while with that organization, I started to notice that I was working all the time. I mean, it consumed my thoughts, it consumed my emotions. I was exhausted. My team wasn't growing as much as I was putting the hours into it, and I was confused. And I noticed I was just not feeling myself anymore. I needed products that were going to address my anxiety, and my joint pain, and my sleep issues that I was still having. So as a business owner, I also knew that my organization needed systems to follow that were simpler, that didn't rely on someone's talent, that didn't require me to do every single thing for them that came out of my imagination. I needed something that didn't take so much time away from my family, even though I was home. And it was stressful. I'm sure a lot of us have been feeling that in this season of life where, you know, you're having to bring your full-time income home and work remotely. Like, it can be really stressful. So I felt like I was starting to tread water and not really seeing the growth that we had seen in the beginning. And we really needed skill-based teaching that didn't require a fancy salesperson that knew everything that there was to know about the products. And guys, I also have performance anxiety. I'm really camera shy naturally. I get stage fright. So I wanted a system that would work regardless of those things. And so as a really, really hard worker that loves to set goals, like, I wanted to be paid more for my time, knowing that I was worth more. And so I also realized I wanted to help more people over that course of time. And the hard truth was that I wasn't going to be able to do that there. And so I started to look at other companies with better systems and better products with a better compensation plan. And this time I was making a business decision, knowing what I wanted and what I didn't want. And it was going to be a valuable decision that would benefit not only me and my family, but all the people that were going to join me along the way. And it was really for them, because I take other people's success very seriously. And I see it as a huge responsibility as a leader. And I was looking for something that had that at the forefront of being able to grow my organization. So all that to say, I started looking for a ground floor opportunity, because timing is important. And I don't care what anybody says or thinks, timing is essential. If you want to do big and great things and make a huge impact, and if you want to find an opportunity that's an even playing field for everyone, then you really want and should get in on the ground floor. So when I found Q last year, I found that we are super ground floor. We had only 800 people at our convention last year, and there's only around 35,000 ambassadors, and not even all of them are active at one time, in over 16 different countries, including the US, now 17 countries, because we just opened the UK. And we're still about 3 years out from crazy wild momentum company-wide. 3 years. And that's what we've been able to build, even not being in company momentum. Like, that is mind-blowing to think about that. So to think of what we're going to have when we hit that phase, like, it gives me chills. And so when I found Q, I'd watched a friend that I really trusted post a live video about full spectrum hemp. Her name is Francesca. I love her. And I was really curious. I knew she was a top earner in our previous company, and I knew she was super trustworthy. So I listened carefully, and I asked her all the hard questions over the course of a few days. We spent like hours on the phone. And I was just talking to it felt like I was talking to myself when she told me her experiences. And she had already flown through 4 or 5 ranks in just a week's time. And so I wanted to know more, and I looked at all the products. And what I found was that the science truly blew me away. They basically were offering something for everyone, including the micronutrients, which is just a fancy word for vitamins. And so I also learned all about the compensation plan. It's incredible. We are volume based. So the further you go down, it doesn't matter. We're paid all the way down. You're not stuck into levels. And so even though I was really nervous to leave, after a ton of prayer, I just knew in my bones it was the right decision for me. And so, guys, there's a ton of things that I could talk about the comp plan that I won't necessarily get to on this call. So if you want to go into a deeper conversation, definitely let us know. Just know that it allows for a lot of success. And you're seeing that now. You're seeing that from the friend who invited you tonight. And it's going really quickly if you adopt the system and follow the teaching that we give you in the first 24 to 48 hours. I mean, you have everything that you need to succeed. And it was everything that I was looking for. So a couple of things that were really, really important to me, like I said before, was the systems that were in place. Not only from a business standpoint, but also getting started on the products. I mean, it was very clear and it was very straightforward. But it was also the leadership. So we were started way back in 2012 by a man named Mark Wilson. You may know that name. Mark Wilson was a two-time NFL quarterback for the Oakland Raiders. And, you know, he was really, really good friends with a man named Dr. Stephen Kimberly. But Mark Wilson decided to, after he retired, that he didn't want to just hang out at the golf course anymore. He didn't want that to be what he was going to do for the rest of his life. So he decided that he wanted to do something bigger. And his friend, Dr. Stephen Kimberly, who is now a part owner and a very, very smart doctor, told him, if you want to impact people's lives, you impact their health and you impact their finances. He said, but I'm going to tell you something. If you aren't ready to make the best supplements that you can, then don't do it at all, because it would be a waste of time and a waste of money. And it would just be another one of those supplements that you find on the shelf that do nothing. So we're going to do it right. And so he shared with them that through his 15 years of research, what he started noticing through that research was that the micronutrients in food and the nutritional value of food was declining so much that one apple from 20 years ago has the same nutritional value as 8 apples today. So you'd have to eat 8 apples to get the same nutrients as one apple from way back then. And so nutrients were going down and mental issues were going up, and there was a correlation between the two. And the brain wasn't getting nourished and it wasn't getting what we needed through food to fill in the gaps. So if you think about it, it's not even a question anymore if you need supplementation. It's a question of what kind of supplementation are you going to get. So they started a company and had a really, really tight product line where they owned every single patent for each product, including our Q-Max multivitamin that has over 33 clinical studies, abstracts that you can read on mental health alone. Like, we have those abstracts that if you want them, definitely reach out to the person who invited you and they can get you those. But that was our flagship product. And so they had great products, but their compensation plan wasn't that great. They had a ton of customers, and even doctors and medical offices had offered the products through their practice, but not a ton of business builders were taking advantage of their compensation plan. So they brought in a consultant in network marketing, an expert who had made millions in the industry before the age of 30 to get it off the ground. And that's Mr. Jake Spencer. He is now the president of Q. And he observed for 6 months. He basically told them that they had a ton of work to do and advised them that they needed to change the comp plan. They basically needed to get new people and flip it all on its head. He said, change your branding. It looks geriatric almost. And so Mr. Wilson said, let's do it. I trust you. And they made him a partner. So Mr. Jake Spencer, he developed the systems. He trained by them. He brought in huge success. And so now he is the president, as I said, as a co-owner of the company. And guys, that's what I wanted. I wanted systems to follow that would bring in success if you followed them, where anyone could come to me and I could tell them, listen, I can train you, I can teach you, and you can do this just like I did, and just like the person did before me, and just like the person did before her. So if you're willing, I'm willing. I wanted to be able to tell somebody that. Let's go. So guys, that's what he did. And we now have had over 700% growth since they've relaunched the new compensation plan in January of 2018. And we now have many products, including our Q-Max that I mentioned earlier. That's our multivitamin that has all of those clinical studies on mental health. It's incredible. I call it the brain hack. We have probiotics for gut health that are a 12-hour time release. And actually the probiotic was just reformulated and improved, because one thing that Dr. Stephen Kimberly really, really believes in is keeping up with the science, even though he believes as a naturopath, as a physician and a naturopath, in a balanced approach to supplementation. He improved the probiotics, seeing that the current research required us to make a change. He loves to adjust that way. And it's one of the things I love about this company. But this new probiotic has both prebiotics, probiotics, and herbs that help you with a natural cleansing element in a very gentle way. I'm in love with this new product because I have IBS and I needed something that would help me on multiple facets when it came to gut health. We also have something called Align. It's a very natural and powerful anti-inflammatory. So for anybody who has chronic pain or arthritis, autoimmune, stuff like that, it's definitely going to help. I have had shoulder surgery, a broken right ankle, multiple sprains on the left ankle. I was a college athlete, so I have a lot of wear and tear on my body, and I can tell you I feel amazing on Align. I'm running 3 miles just about every other day, and I'm 37 years old. So being able to do that after the kind of wear and tear that collegiate volleyball put on my body and 30 years of playing sports, guys, it's amazing. I feel no pain for the most part, unless the thunderstorm comes in. But Align is very, very good. We have something called Silver Shield, which is basically silver oxide, silver He. It's a safe alternative to colloidal silver, if you know anything about colloidal silver, for immunity. There's about 1,000 different ways that you can use this product, but the research on silver shows that it can stop viruses, bacterial infections, microbiome, and bacteria, and keep them from duplicating. So as someone who traveled recently on an airplane, I was very, very happy to have my silver, and I was spraying it everywhere. I was drinking it. I was wiping it on my hands. It's a natural sanitizer. So I used it for that entire trip, and I felt great. So anyway, silver is amazing for the whole family. Those 4 products come in a combo also, or you can buy them individually. Lots of options for you. We also have oral vitamin sprays. They look like this. They're super easy, very, very fast absorption, because you spray them underneath the tongue, or you can spray them in between your cheek and your tongue or your gum line. Super fast absorption. And we have 6 different kinds: one for sleep, one for immune health, vitamin D, pain relief, one for metabolism and blood sugar, which, as I said, is really, really important for our family, and methylated B12 for energy. They're super simple. They're only $17.50 for a month's supply. Like, one spray is a month's supply, which is awesome. You spray them under your tongue, and you get that super fast absorption like I was talking about. And they taste really minty. So they're very enjoyable to take. The kids love them. Just stick them in your purse or your bag. My hubby puts his in his pocket at work in his Navy uniform to help with his blood sugar, and it's really easy for him. So Dr. Kimberly created 2 different supplements that are basically like his baby. They're called Vitalize. There's Vitalize for men and Vitalize for women. And these particular supplements help with hormonal regulation, including estrogen and testosterone. And it has adaptogenic herbs, so you can take it in whatever life stage that you're in, and it adapts to your body and basically where you should be. It helps your hormones even out to where they should be, and regardless of if you are premenopausal, postmenopausal, etc., postpartum, people get to take this product and they are experiencing incredible results. If there's ever like a lag in shipping on this, I get blown up with messages, because guys, it's saving people's skin, it's saving people's marriages. I mean, it's nuts how much this product has changed people's lives, including my own. I mean, it's completely changed my hormonal acne and my skin for the better. I don't know what I would do without Vitalize. I'm so thankful for it. So We also have a weight management line, and it's pretty small. And it's more focused on getting the body straightened out, but we have some really, really good options. We offer lifestyle changes, including a website called MyQFit that offers meal plans and workouts, customized regimens, and it's really awesome for staying in line with your goals long term. We have a product called Trim. It helps with metabolism and carb blocking, basically feeling fuller faster. It has a little bit of natural caffeine in it and a thermogenic, which helps your body burn fat. My husband's been taking this for his blood sugar as well, and he loves it. He looks awesome. We also have meal replacement shakes that are methylated. They have digestive enzymes, plant protein, and they're super delicious. I've tried them. I love them. But they're really easy to have. You can have it for breakfast or take on the go because they're in these little pouches. So really convenient. And those come in chocolate and vanilla. And then we also have energy drinks. One is called Focus and the other is called Sport. And we have a delicious new flavor called Dragonberry that we just came out with over the weekend. Guys, it's so yummy. It kind of reminds me of a Starburst. I don't know if you like Starburst, but that's just what it reminds me of. But that thing makes me go all day long with no crash or jittery feelings. And it's fantastic for brain health, focus, energy. You can use it as a pre-workout. But I could run and keep running on this stuff. I actually had one before my travel day yesterday. I got up early, and I had 3 flights. I flew from Salt Lake City to LAX to Atlanta, and Atlanta to Virginia Beach. And guys, I felt good. I did have a headache, and I used my little hemp roll-on that we'll talk about here in a minute. Took my headache away in like 2 or 3 minutes. It was amazing. But that Sport Dragonberry was incredible. I felt balanced. There was no crash. It was great. So speaking of the full spectrum hemp line, we launched our hemp in September of 2018. And we can pretty much prove to you and anybody else why we're better than 98% of any hemp products on the market today. And some of those reasons are we are water soluble with a patented technology called BioAbsorb that nobody else has. And it means we did plasma testing over a 12-hour period where we tested the blood of participants. And we were able to prove that our hemp oils can absorb over 85% and last over a 12-hour time period. We also have QR codes on every single bottle. I actually have one here. It looks like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's this little, kind of shiny, sorry. It's this little square there. But those QR codes on every bottle, you can either scan them or to see the lot number and read for yourself the testing results on that particular lot, or you can go to our main website and look up the lot numbers there. So easy. And I love that transparency and product purity with this company. You know, most hemp oils are paired with a carrier oil and only absorb about 6 to 10%. And that's probably why a lot of you who have tried hemp oil or CBD before think, I don't know if I'm feeling anything, because that's all you get, 6 to 10%. So our hemp is better because it's fast acting and very, very effective. We have sublingual hemp oils like this one. It has a dropper. I'll show it to you. You can just drop it underneath your tongue. And then we also have roll-ons like this guy. You just roll it. You can roll it anywhere that absorbs. We have creams and topicals and a ton of new exciting stuff, including a range of strengths and affordable pricing. We just came out with 3 different strengths so you can experience this hemp oil according to you and what you need. It's affordable pricing, so whatever makes sense for you. So as far as the business goes, the hemp industry is a ground floor industry that is just exploding. It's expected to be a $22 billion industry in the next 5 years. Right now, it's just a $1 billion industry. So to be able to get your foot in the door of a ground floor company that's been proven stable and reliable in a ground floor industry for $200 or less is kind of mind-blowing. And when I heard about this, guys, I was in. I I was totally in. It was scary to leave a full-time income that I had spent almost 4 years in Italy building, that I knew my family needed. But I could just feel it in my gut, and I could read the trends in the market that this was going to be huge. It was going to help a lot of people see success. So I joined Fran, who had only just met over a Zoom overseas in a different country, early June last year. And in 6 weeks, I replaced my income that I had left. And in 8 months, my team grew 6 ranks. I doubled what I was making before, became a silver ambassador with the company. And at that position, you make around $4,000 a month with a $4,000 bonus paid out over 2 months. And that doesn't even count customer commissions or the bonus that goes to the principal balance of our choice or any debt that you may have. And that is one of the things I really love about this company. I mean, they believe in financial health and believe in not being frivolous or silly with incoming money. They teach you how to handle that kind of income by planning for the future. And we sort of joke around that it's going to be really, really cool to be in the 6-figure club, but even better when we get to be a member of 6 figures in the bank club. That's what we're really shooting for. So things are handled wisely here, and they offer free financial coaching to every single ambassador that joins, no matter what. It's free for as long as you are an ambassador, and they have certified coaches that can help you get out of debt and plan for retirement and help people save. And they actually give us tips that have helped us save a ton of money, including when we needed to pay our taxes. So guys, coming back from Italy, we were expecting to pay over $6,000 in taxes because of a paperwork hiccup on someone's desk that they forgot to file. So they didn't pay us for a while. And so we had to use our savings to go to those payments, that to our bills and living when we came back to the States. And so we were like, man, $6,000 in back taxes. And with the recommendations that the FFM program through Q gave us, we were able to get a refund. And that was life-changing for us. Huge. It grew my belief huge that it was actually making a difference to pay off our debt, that we were getting out of a hole. It gave us hope. And so on top of that, on the 4th rank in, you get paid a monthly bonus that's paid every single month to the debt or retirement plan of your choice to help start that process to become financially free. And I love that about this company. So we have a fee to join of $39.95 for the year. And then you just purchase whatever products you start with, and we help you earn those first fast start bonuses, which can total over $750 in your first full month. And so if that's not what you're looking for, like, you can always join us as a preferred customer and just try the products. You get the same pricing as ambassadors for $10 annually. So we don't like pressure you to, come as an ambassador unless you want to make a lot of money. And so we'll be here to support you through that journey and answer your questions no matter how you want to experience Q. So the only thing that I can think of that I might have forgotten is we have some VIP perks for preferred customers and ambassadors that include very generous rewards for ordering each month on an auto ship. And both classifications offer a referral program that results in free products where you don't have to budget for your monthly vitamins that you're going to take anyway. So it's a really, really great deal to fit however you want to experience Q. We do have a couple of new products that are offered in promos this month. And if you are interested in becoming an ambassador, there's an amazing promotion going on where you can earn even more bonuses. So if you rank up to the silver ambassador rank, for example, instead of getting a $4,000 bonus, you would get $4,000 plus an additional $2,000. So stuff like that, we can show you the flyer, but I'm actually going to open it up for questions. So feel free to unmute yourselves. I'm going to look in the chat box and see if there were any questions. you can put your questions in the chat box if you don't want to unmute yourselves. But if we don't get to you, definitely message the person who invited you and we can answer them thereafter. Did anybody have any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so the focus, I have workouts every week. I have them on Tuesday and Thursdays. So if I did the focus, it's not going to make me like jittery at all or anything like that?
Honestly, I don't have jitters when I take the focus or the sport. Typically, if I'm taking it as a pre-workout, my general rule of thumb as an athlete is to have a little bit of food beforehand. But especially the sport, this is the sport right here.
Yes, ma'am.
I might have a snack after, but I think you're supposed to eat after workouts anyway, like
Yes,
within
ma'am.
20 minutes. So I don't feel jittery on it.
Yes, ma'am, because I'm usually there from like 9 to 1. And what I do is I'm wanting to do the chocolate shake too in the morning, like kind of like for like a breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
Would that go like with that?
So what I would probably do is I would get one of the meal shakes and take that, you know, with water. You can even add something that has a little bit more protein, like whole milk, depending on if you don't care about the calorie count of that. And I'm not an expert, so we do have this amazing Facebook group called Q Fit, and our top earner in the company, who is also one of my mentors, her name is Marielle Filipponi. She actually gives a ton of workout advice, and she actually owned a ton of, not a ton. She owned multiple Pilates studios, and she is a certified personal trainer. She was Fergie's personal trainer, so I bet you anything she could answer a lot of those questions.
Okay, yes, ma'am. Could I just like email her?
If you want to message the person who invited you, or you can send me a message on Facebook and we can get that worked out for you. We can add you to the Cute Fit page.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Anyone else? I did forget to talk about our Q Fuse Silver. It's one of our hemp offerings. It actually has silver in it. And with the different strengths of our hemp that we just came out with, this is 1,500 milligrams with a full serving of 30 ppm of silver in it. And our different strengths have full servings of some of that stuff in it. So really, really cool. I'm very excited about it. Our smallest serving of the Fuse is 750 milligrams. We have a 1,500 milligram bottle and a 3,000. So I can't wait to get my 3,000. Oh, and sorry, we also have a silver hemp gel, recovery gel, that's great for sunburns and cuts and any kind of pain that you're having. I really wish that I had gotten one in Utah because I'd had a really bad sunburn from the beach before. As you can see, I don't tan, I'm very fair skinned. And so if you're get any kind of sunburn this summer, get your hands on the recovery gel because it takes the heat and the pain out like immediately. We just have such good products. All right, y'all. Send the person that invited you to this call a message. Let them know that you watched and whatever your questions are. And we'll be talking to you. Thanks so much. Have a good night.